Primetime Monday night football game between the Chicago Bears and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Big games last Sunday. The Titans beat the Red Hot Rams with no Derrick Henry. The Arizona Cardinals pull off the upset without their starters, Kyler Murray or DeAndre Hopkins. And the Ravens-Dolphins match up this Thursday night. All coming next. The Monday night football game was highway robbery, you guys. Let me explain this to you. Highway robbery. The officials pretty much ripped this game away from the Bears with about 6 minutes and some change left in the fourth. The Bears recover a fumble on a punt return for a touchdown. Brings the game close, 20-23. Steelers still lead with the ball in the third. With 3rd and 8 left, a little over 3 minutes, the game and the Bears marsh comes in and sacks Ben Roethlisberger, which would have turned the ball over at that point with a punt. And the referee, for some odd reason, as Marsh stares off into the crowd, walks past and hip checks this defender, Marsh, throws a taunting flag. Not only that, Marsh gets over to the sideline, and his coach goes off on him, and he doesn't know what's going on. But that pretty much set Pittsburgh up to kick a field goal here and take the lead. And then it comes down to the last few seconds of the game as the Bears try to kick a 65-yard field goal and were not successful. So I'm just gonna say that the officiating has to. I'm tired of the officials always trying to take over the game. Right? You see these games. First quarter, you have 10 flags, 15 flags. So many penalties that happen in the game. It's like the game is not the game anymore. The NFL, the no fun league they call it. The referees seem to throw flags on every play. I mean, I guess you could call holding on every play, but I say let the guys play, let them play a little bit, let them get out there and have fun so we can actually watch a real football game versus a real referee game. The referees they're upsetting. They're upsetting to me. I mean, we still watch football because it's football, you know what I mean? What a surprise, though. I will say that the Titans, they beat the Red Hot Rams. That came out of left field. I don't think anybody's seen that one coming. Now they are both tied with the same record at 7-2. Adrian Peterson actually made his NFL debut here for 2021 season for the Titans. Peterson had 10 carries and 21 yards. It's been a week, but I say after this week here, I think he'll get the hang of it, and Adrian Peterson will be acclimated. And once Adrian Peterson gets acclimated, it is AP. I mean, this guy's a beast. He was a big back in the league. I don't think too much is left. He didn't really get used all that much here last year, very sparingly, and he hasn't played this year at all. So fresh player for him. That's always great. Fresh legs is always good halfway through the season. Let's not forget the type of back he is. Like I said before, even with his age, I think defenders. I don't think any of these defenders want to get in front of Adrian Peterson. This guy's like a train coming at you. I said on previous shows that they're going to make a run for the Super Bowl. Like I said, you heard it here on something like a sportscast. Your boy Dre Giles, the Tennessee Titans, even without Derrick Henry, you watch out. Colt McCoy, the backup quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals, threw 22 for 26 or 249 yards and a touchdown in his season debut with Kyler Murray out and also DeAndre Hopkins out. The Cardinals are proving to be a legitimate team all around. The Cardinals are in first place with the 8-1 record. The backups have bought into the coaching. The starters have bought into the coaching. Seems like everybody's on the same page. First string, second string, practice squad. You bring somebody up from the practice squad, you expect them to do just as good as the starters or the second stringers here. I believe this week here coming up, DeAndre Hopkins will be back. With him out, he had Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk stepped up with 6 receptions for 91 yards. I would say the big story of the game, though, was the running back, James. Conner was solid for the Cardinals. He's been solid all year. He ran the ball for 96 yards and 2 touchdowns and caught the ball for 77 yards and a touchdown. If you're a running back and you can score on the ground and through the air, I mean, that's amazing. Going to be a good team. So That's one of the reasons the Cardinals are 8-1. The next game back here against Carolina, though, I'm pretty sure Murray and Hopkins will be back, so that'll be interesting to see how that unfolds here for the rest of the year through midway. And of course, you have my Denver Broncos. They knocked out Dak and Zeke. They knocked the guys off their high horse, to be exact. Now, I've been talking crap ever since it happened. The Denver Broncos are now 5-4 with a 2-game winning streak, thanks to Dallas. They just gave them a mid-season beatdown. I seen the Cowboys go for it on 4th down maybe 4 times in a game, and they got denied by this defense every single time. The Broncos they've shown me. I mean, I kind of railed on them here a few weeks ago. I mean, when you lose 3 in a row, it kind of happens. You kind of hang your hat there a little bit, but they've showed some resilience here. They've bounced back. 2-game winning streak. They head off to Philadelphia here to face the struggling Eagles. The Eagles, with their young quarterback Hurts, they haven't really figured it out. They let go of Zach Ertz, and they have Dallas Goedert. Their running back Sanders is out. Their receiving core is just depleted. So I look for Denver to go in here and possibly get another W there in Mile High. So Philadelphia has to get acclimated to the weather up there. It's a little thinner. I've actually been to Denver, and it's hard. You walk down the street, and it's hard to breathe after a while if you're not used to it. That's for sure. Teddy Bridgewater went for 19 for 28 with 1 touchdown. The big story was the rookie Javonte Williams. Williams rushed for 111 yards on 17 carries. His longest run went for 30 yards. The Broncos they're putting a string of games together here. Like I said, it's two games in a row. I'm curious to see if they can keep this win streak going. If they can pull it off here with Philly this week, it'll be a 3-game winning streak, and we'll start off we'll pick up where we left off when the season started. Coming up Thursday night, we have the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson traveling to Miami. The Dolphins are 2-7. They suck. That's it. They absolutely suck. I don't know what's going on over there. Tua's been out. They still don't know if Tua, starting quarterback, will be playing. At one point, they said they wanted to make a trade for Deshaun Watson. We all know the Deshaun Watson story. This guy has a million allegations, or about 20-something allegations against him for like sexual harassment or something. So when the talks fell through on that, it's like, then what happens? Now you got Tua looking as if he doesn't trust the organization. They got Jacoby Brissett as his backup. This guy doesn't know whether he's going left or right. Dolphins are they're always bad. Always. I don't foresee the Dolphins turning it around for a very long time. The coaching staff probably needs to get dismantled over there in Miami. It's just not working. It's a nightmare. It's been a nightmare. Jacoby Brissett has no receivers other than the tight end Gesicki. Will Fuller. They picked Will Fuller up from Houston Texans, and this guy's been hurt. I think he played 1 game all year. Just horrible. So I'm looking for the spread for this game. If I'm not mistaken, let me just make sure here. 7.5. I'm going to take 7.5 on the spread for Baltimore all day long, and I'll even take the over 46. I believe they're going to hang one on them here. That's just, I guess, my point of view. And before we get out of here, I want to talk a little bit about the Las Vegas Raiders and Henry Ruggs III. I'm sure everybody's familiar with the story here that's happened. Henry Ruggs was driving his sports car going over 100 miles an hour after drinking at a club and slammed into someone going about 120-something miles an hour or faster. I'm not exactly sure what the speed is, and actually took a young lady's life. Rest in peace to the young lady. My heart goes out to her family. I mean, I'm just saying, Ruggs, I believe he made a really poor decision. And now, unfortunately, this kid that got this contract, second-year rookie, was actually making a name for herself. It's all over. It's like his life is in shambles. He's facing jail time. He has been cut by the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm not sure where he's going to go from here. I wish there was a way to go back in time for the kid so he can redo it or think about it. But I mean, when all said and done, someone did lose their life. Got to pay the consequences. I just think that Las Vegas, I'm not sure if they were ready for a football team. Shortly after this, the starting cornerback, first-round pick in 2020, Damon Arnett, is on video, on a live stream video on social media with guns and saying he's going to kill whoever was inboxing him. I'm not sure who was in his inboxes or what they were saying or if they were threatening this guy, but as an NFL player, you shouldn't be on social media threatening to kill people that are messaging you or in your inbox and showing them guns. Just not a smart idea. So I think the city of sin has swallowed the Las Vegas Raiders. You remember at the beginning of the season, you have the coach goes out with these racial emails, and I mean, I don't know if the sun is too much for them, but maybe they need to take a trip back to California. I would say. I mean, they just can't get it together. Ownership needs to tighten down, do something, anything. Too much partying, maybe in Vegas. Too much partying. So, but that's gonna about wrap it up for us here on something like a sportscast. Remember, you can follow us on all social media platforms. Me at Dre Giles. You can also follow us at SL Sportscast. And I guess we'll see you next time. Something like a sportscast.